So welcome everyone watching over on YouTube to episode 11 of the Ottawa Senators Franchise Mode here in the 2024 off-season, talking a lot about the Jake Evans situation. Scheifele just getting suspended for 4 games. Thank you, old man sports. In the last one, we had a very, very disappointing playoff exit, going out in 7 games to a 1-0 loss in Game 7 to the Boston Bruins, who went on to lose in 7 to the Lightning, who went on to get swept by the Winnipeg Jets, speaking of the Winnipeg Jets. So it wasn't a great time. Coming off of a 61-17-4 season, to say it was a heartbreaker would be a huge understatement. 99 points from Logan Couture. There were so many good performances in the regular season, and there were a lot of good performances in the playoffs as well. Mantha was over a point per game, Stützle had 5 goals, Ovi had 6 points, Gambrel, Couture, Cirelli, all 4 points in 7 games. Goaltending was okay as well, Lankinen more than okay. So it didn't come together. The Linus Ullmark between the pipes for the Bruins was just impossible to beat. And here we are now moving into the off-season where we have a few questions. The episode connecting comes to Ottawa. I was actually, because I pregame it a little bit in my head before the episode, Troy. And I was thinking, I said, if Troy is here, he's going to be clamoring for connecting. So I should seriously think about it at the draft. So just for you, Troy, we will look into it as seriously as possible. Hey, there we go. And Wes, welcome aboard. Great to see you as well, my friend. We'll get this offseason started. Everyone loves the offseason. We'll start simming to the draft. Off screen, I went and updated the scouting reports. So we don't need, if anyone could confirm that they can still hear me, that would be great. Wow, no changes in the draft lottery. That's rare. That is very rare. Columbus, Montreal, Minnesota drafting 1, 2, and 3. That is extremely rare, actually. So retired players. Can we get another season of Patrick Marleau? This would be crazy. Can we do one more year? Come on, EA Sim Gods. Give me one more year of Patrick Marleau. Please. Come on. Yeah! One more year. Let's go. Isn't he like 45? 40? How old is Marleau? He's back for another one. Let's go. Getzlaf, Bergeron, Burns, the entire draft class of 2003 is retiring, but Patrick Marleau is somehow coming back for another season. How? Getzlaf's only 39. Bergeron is only 38. Burns is 39. Yeah, I guess they're mostly around 39. And then over in the goalies, oh wow, Henrik Lundqvist, age of 42. Slim, thank you. He played almost 1,000 games, 957. Marleau is a vampire confirmed. What a record for Henrik Lundqvist in his career. Mike Smith, also the age of 42. Sheesh. Wow, okay. So how old is Patrick Marleau? I'm really surprised. I thought that was just like going out on a real limb there, like just as a joke. But Getzlaf and Burns are both coaches now. Bobby Ryan's a scout. Man. How old is Patrick Marleau? Here we are at the draft. I don't care. I'm going to sign him anyways. All expiring. Patrick Marleau. He's 44 going on 45. And he's back for more. Wow. He is not done yet. He's going to be, his 26th season in the NHL or something? So heading into the draft here, our big game plan is likely moving, if possible, Jake Sanderson and/or did he grow an overall? And/or Denisenko, Grigory Denisenko. I guess I couldn't see his. Actually, wait, no, his overall would be here. Let me see. Couture, yeah, okay, yeah, because he was 87 or 86, but now he's in 88. Sorry, back to contracts. So we're thinking about moving Jake Sanderson. He's a created player, unfortunately, so he's not as good as he would really be in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. Jeremy Waugh would probably be our 7th defenseman because Bernd Lautner, medium elite, who is now 79 overall, will want to make the NHL next season. So that makes Jeremy Roy our 7th D-man, and Jake Sanderson's pretty expendable at this point. He has a lot of trade value, and I don't really see him growing very much. He's been okay. Plus 14, 15 points, but I'd prefer to get the trade value and not have to bury him on the 3rd pair. I'd rather get something out of him. And at the same time, we also have Grigory Denisenko, someone who has not been really impressing me at all. We signed him out of free agency. He was available. His first season here was not good at all, but his last season was pretty decent, 44 and 82. Playoffs, though, he's had 2 goals in 12 games of the playoffs in the NHL. That's really where it's been hurting us the most. His defense is 2.5 stars. I think it might be time to trade him as well, if the deal is right, if the time is right, and if there's the right deal on the line. So I know that Denisenko is not a necessary move. I think it's more Sanderson. It's more the issue. A. Torelli, welcome to the stream. I think the issue is that there's not enough room. That's the thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 right there. Not to mention in the system Abramov maybe, Heponiemi most likely as well, and even Patrick Marleau as a 13th forward. So it's a bit full in the bottom 6, you know? That's the problem. Heading into this draft, it's all going to depend on... And A. Torelli, thank you for the stream as well, my friend. Very much appreciated, and welcome to the channel. Get involved. Get in the Discord server. We'd love to see you around here. It's a great community. Moving to the YouTube comments from... Yeah, well, check Konechny. Moving to the YouTube comments... there was a good comment here saying, obviously you can't see it on the screen on Twitch, the Dougie Graves pairing might be the tallest pair in the league. So I didn't even realize that these guys are mammoth humans, with Dougie Hamilton being 6'6", and then Ryan Graves being 6'5". Not only are they a +5, but they are just absolute behemoths on defense. So that is hilarious. 4 games. Yeah, I think it's enough. I think it's more than enough even. It was questionable. I didn't think the Department of Player Safety would give that many games. So, you know, I'm okay with 4. Another comment coming from Jackie B, who's here in the stream. I would trade Sanderson, Denisenko, and our first-round pick for the first overall selection. So that is all going to depend on if there are teams that want to trade their picks. So I think that's all we need to say heading into the draft. Like it usually is, it all depends on, are there going to be teams that want to trade their picks. So let's open up the draft and see what we're looking at. 1, 2, 3, any picks? No. Okay, no picks want to be traded. That's really tough there, because let's look at the draft class here for a moment. Looking at the draft class, and Mark, thank you for the host. Christoph Holzer, I sent out the scouts on him. He is a not a first line, what am I saying? He is a medium elite, likely power forward, who in a B competition scored 28 goals, 27 assists in 44 games. NHL ready, Sean Couturier, likely 82 to 84 overall. Great prospect, but I don't think we're going to be able to get the first overall pick. The city of Toronto needs to start a franchise. Yeah, there's been some people talking about that in the Discord server. The city of Toronto could use a franchise mode. Look at Jake DeBrusk's trade value. Wow, what an investment he's been. Jake DeBrusk, man. So if we take Sanderson and we take Denisenko, just in theory, I don't think this is even going to be close. And the first round pick of 27th overall. Columbus is already over. Too many skaters in the system. So let's go just lowest trade value. Slim, you got to take it easy out here. Let's just take a random contract. Xavier Ouellette and Alex Galchenyuk. What do they say? Value is not where it needs to be at all compared to what we're being asked to give up. So already that's major red flags, right? If I go into rookie skaters and I throw in a prospect with a bunch of value, like a guy like Barrett, 62 overall, medium elite, 20 years old. Narv, hey, welcome to the stream, my friend. Glad to see you in. And let's say I just try to balance it out with another thing just in case it goes through right away, and that's not going to happen. Let's say a third. We're talking about the Senators right now, my friends. The Senators are what we're focusing on. 2/3. No, not at all. 1/3. Not all that well. Not all that well. So this is just too much value. Look at the trade bars right now. This is just too much value. I can't excuse giving up even more than this for the first overall pick. Even though we want to trade Sanderson and or Denisenko, I don't think the first overall pick is possible. Not going to happen. If we just wanted to trade Jake Sanderson, what kind of offers could we get here at the draft? Because we could get another good first round pick. So here we go. We can get the 19th overall pick from the Bruins plus a 5th. We get Zachary Lheureux and a 3rd. We can get the 23rd overall pick and a 3rd. Second and a third. No, not interesting. I like to see Data tackle the Leafs, but he would eventually move Hyman. I don't... Sanderson for Konechny as well, yes. Try after they make the pick. 24th and 86th. 32nd, 63rd, and Zach Aston Reese, 40 and 46. Philip Broberg in a second. Ekblad in a second. Schneider in a second. 41st in a second. Grigorenko a second and a third. 30 and 92. 38 and a third. And then a prospect. So I think the offer from the Bruins is the best. I don't know if I want to trade him to a rival, though. Of 19th, because it depends on who's around there. So I'm going to start simulating into the round. First, let's check out Konechny. The first overall pick holder was a medium elite power forward. That's an 84 overall 18-year-old center with 5-star shooting. That is a fantastic prospect for the Blue Jackets. Going to the trades now. Trading to the Flyers. If we want to look at Travis Konechny. Slim, we're not talking about that right now. Thank you. Konechny has a good amount of value. He's coming off a 50-assist season. He possibly fits the first line, but he is a two-way forward, and he's only signed for one more year at $5.5 million. Get Konechny on a call off the Riots. I just don't know where he would fit exactly. It would probably be on the third line. I feel bad putting Konechny on the third line. But if he fits the first, he also fits the third, I think, according to the scheme. Is that how it works? No, is that the Minnesota Wild franchise? Yeah, I think it is. So if I were to try and make a deal with Senko for Konechny type of thing, we'd be over the salary cap. Yeah, that's pushing it. It's not really... Yeah, it would be good for the penalty kill, though. This would be tough to swing. Because if I threw in Sanderson, I could probably take something more back. Sanderson and Senko. Take a couple thirds. Konechny and a couple of thirds. We'd be over the salary cap still. I have to dump a little bit more money. I don't know if this is going to be possible, my friends. I don't think this is going to be possible. Bit too much money. Even on such a team where we're barely paying money to guys. We have such good contracts on this team. Well, actually, Duncan Keith will be leaving. Okay, so we could get Duncan Keith off the team. That's true. That's true. Denisenko, Sanderson, and Keith for Travis Konechny, the 91st overall pick, and another third. What are our thoughts? Legend doesn't like it. Don't think it's worth it. Because the thing is, as well, Konechny's not a UFA. We could always make this move later on, you know? It's not a massive rush to do it at the draft. Sloan, medium elite, 81 overall. Because it would be nice to get Konechny, but we got to make moves that are smart for us. Okay, this is the conclusion I've come to. Konechny is definitely possible, but I think doing it later is the smarter move. But where does he go in all? Yeah, that's it. Denisenko would have to move out. So that's why I'm thinking we move Denisenko. He would have to move out. But I don't know what's going to happen there. If there's a real prospect I want to trade for, though, I might use those pieces to trade for that prospect. Because if not, I'm going to use those pieces to trade for Konechny. But like I said, if there's someone I really want to trade for, I'm going to use them in a deal here. Let's see who's the first team that even wants to trade their pick. Some medium elites are going. Medium top 4D, Bobilev. Medium top 4D. Yes, Slim, thank you. That's exactly it, Lunchbox. He's doing a great Whalers franchise mode right now if you want to check him out. Usually early morning, not early morning, but earlier in the day streams as opposed to evening streams, which can be very beneficial for people on different schedules. Top 6 forwards. So no one really wants to trade their picks at all. No one. First pick that wants to be moved is 19. So let's see who's available at 19. Or at least closer to 19. No, not much, eh? Really not much. Sheesh, even for our own pick, there's not much. I sent out the scouts as much as I could, but it wasn't a good year for scouting, unfortunately. Usually my scouts are much better than this. This guy's guaranteed medium top 4D, but I'm not really sold on this. Donald Giuliano, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm thinking more trade the pick. I don't know enough about those prospects unless we take a shot. It would be a real shot in the dark with these guys here. Yerky Tukio, 4 years away. Luke Robitaille, Thornton, 3 years away. No, I'm not liking these picks. I'm gonna sim to pick and then trade the pick at pick 27. So immediately, yeah, look at this draft class. Medium top 6D, medium top 9 forwards. Over here was decent, like a medium, not medium top 6 grinder. I wouldn't have wanted to take that. So I think trading the pick is the move here. So let's take a timeout and trade the pick. Let's see, what would the options be, though? Because if it's just a medium top 6 guy with not much value, this holds a lot more value than that. Canadians want to give me 33 and 126 for 27. That's a very lateral move. There's no need for me to do that. So maybe I can get Konechny in a deal for just for that first round pick, maybe. That first and some other, I don't know. Let's see what's up with Konechny. Can I get Konechny for a first and Denisenko is basically what I'm saying. Okay, what are we thinking about this one now? We move Denisenko, we get Konechny. We see if he fits, we see what happens. Worst case, we make other moves later on. But at least just for right now, new third-line right winger would be Travis Konechny as opposed to Denisenko, who hasn't been as good defensively. Has been heating up offensively in the regular season, but has been terrible in the playoffs. And I don't know, like even if Denisenko were to grow more, become an 86, 87, 88, we just have no room in the top 6 for him. That's the problem. I don't see him ever being more than a third liner on this team, and he's going to grow to want to be more than that. Because Denisenko has that medium top 6 potential. He's 84 overall, 23 years of age. He's a very good player, and he will get better, but we have no kind of room for him. Because our top 6 is quite solid. Aside from Ovechkin, who will have to move out eventually for a different sniper, there's no room for another playmaker. A playmaking center there's room for. Unless we got a center sniper once Couture moves on. If Couture and Ovi both move on and Denisenko becomes a first-line left winger and we get a new second-line center, that's possible. Okay, we're going to offer it and see what Philadelphia thinks. What do they think? Doesn't meet the block particularly well. Quite far off in value. Okay, so a first, Denisenko and Keith, they say quite far off in value. I'm not going to kill myself to make this happen. Like I said, we can always wait later. We're not forced to make this move right now. On that pH scale, exactly. Fikal? No, he's a German. We need to keep the Germans here. Not a strong draft year, so... No, I want to keep at least a few picks. A third next season? What do I say to this? Hey! Trade accepted! There's not too much to deliberate about on this deal. I think the Flan... Blah, 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 blah. Okay, thank you very much, Philadelphia Flyers. Good night. Thank you very much. Oh, that's true. Goalies. Do we have a lot in Minnesota or in Ottawa? No, we don't have much in Ottawa. Okay, it's just in Minnesota we have a lot. The riots have officially been called off, everyone. Put your pitchforks away. Stay in your houses. No riots. Philadelphia gets the pick, and with it, they select a medium top 6 D. Lovely. Great. So we got a ton more value out of that pick than that prospect gave them. Doggy, welcome to the stream. Great to see you. So our next pick's going to be at 89 at this point. Sim to next round. This is really just not a good draft class. Dumping that pick was the right idea. Denisenko, I hope he grows. I hope he has a good career. We signed him for nothing. So trading him is, you know, it didn't cost us a lot to get him in the first place. But I do wish him all the best and actual growth over on the Flyers, because he was never going to be able to really grow much over here, because it would still be a couple of years away. It's only when Ovechkin and Couture move on that there's going to be spots on the second line. So, looking at the draft class, and it's hard to know when that's going to happen, when Couture comes off a 99-point season, right? Second round, anything interesting in the second round? Just a year of no draft, no prospects at all. No prospects. It's Pierre Julien. Low elite power forward. Robinson Vandenbush. Robinson Vandenbush. We're definitely going to have to go draft a low elite power forward. Yeah. And so, low top 6 gem. Yeah. Okay, so let's move into the 60s. That's where we want to be drafting. Let's try and get into the 60s. So round number 3, number 1 would be early 60s. That would be 63. So let's go for the end of the second round. That's what we want to look for. The end of the second round is the pick we want. I really hope he does, Troy. If he does, then I really owe you, like, part ownership in this team. Like, you can have some shares in the Ottawa Senators. Can I give you pick number 89? And we said we had some rookie goalies. Not much value, but a couple. Reinhardt, medium backup. Yeah, let's just take a third, a medium backup. Hopefully the PK is flying with Cirelli and Konechny working together. I really hope they fit. I already traded my third next season. How close are we here? Traded too far off. I really don't have a lot of trading capital here. Don't have a lot at all. Not a lot of good prospects anyways. Park here. Okay, we can move Park. Nemechek. Yeah, let's get these guys out of the way. How does this sound? Doesn't meet the block particularly well. No, Decord is our AHL backup. AHL's our... Decord's our AHL backup. We need him. With a fifth... Okay, fifth round pick gets it done. Thank you very much, Arizona. So we'll sim to pick number 59. Oh, it's okay. I didn't want to get him. But immediately goalie goes right there. Low top 6, low top 6, low top 4. Better players in the second round than the end of the first round, as that often happens. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take Van Bush. I wanted to make sure that we got him. So, Robinson Van Bush from the Everett Silvertips of the WHL. And let's do it. Welcome to the Ottawa Senators. He is low top 6 power forward. Very nice. 62 overall. We'll take it for an 18-year-old. Yeah. Ooh, he's one of those crazy prospects. 93 slap shot accuracy. 93 wrist shot power. What else is weird? 83 stick checking, but 60 shot blocking. Yeah. Classic. With a half star of puck skills. Great. Not what I usually like to do, but... it's done now. Next prospect, how many picks away is he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's 9 picks away. So let's try and trade for 8 picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have to trade for this one. San Jose Sharks, round 3, pick 3. And this will probably be the end of the draft right here. After this one, if I can get it, that'll be it. Because there's nothing much going on later. I did all this scouting for nothing. Here's a 5th and a 6th. Can I dump some other prospects who I may not be re-signing? Van Bush has like no trade value. That's great. Man, there's not a lot of prospect in the system, I gotta be honest. Not a lot of options. A 5th, a 6th, and a 4th. No, that's not gonna even be close. Too far off. Yeah, I'm gonna say forget it, I guess, for the gem. I can't do it. Let's just try and get some trade value in the late picks here. Pick 151. Let's just try and find some elite value, like you said, Narf. Let's just see who has value. 2-bar medium elite. 2-bar medium elite goalie is probably the highest odds right there. Any guaranteed low elites? 3-bar low elites are here. Anyone else? Guaranteed top 6s? No, there's like no guarantees of anything. 3-bar low top 6. We'll go for the elites. I'll go for the 3-bar low elite, and I'll go for the 2-bar medium elite goalie. Highest ranked here, J.C. Lynch. Yeah, we could use some forwards. 3-bar low elite. That gives us, nice. Okay, 51 overall, playmaker, low elite. And then with the last pick, I'll go ahead and take the 2-bar medium elite goalie and hope for the best. There is this guy who's 3-bar low top 6, but I'm going to try taking a shot on, where is he? Backman. Ola Backman. A-plus league, not 17 years old, definitely a project, but hopefully some potential fringe starter. Yikes. Okay, sim the draft. That's it. Not a quick draft, but after we got the beginning out of the way. Traded those picks, got Travis Konechny on the team. We got to be better defensively, but we also need to score some goals. It's in the bottom 6, we've got to be strong, and Travis Konechny kind of does both. So now we move into the resign phase. Wyatt Sopel, he was a good coach for us. We'll go and re-sign him. He was associate coach? Yeah, he's the associate coach. So, just offer you whatever you want. Take 1.7076 million, whatever makes you happy. Looks like Lex Luthor. These scouts need to be re-signed. Just 2 of them, thankfully. That's too much. Just give him a little less. Zdenko, whatever that name was. All right, go to contracts. Here we go. So how much are we dealing with in cap space? 9.110 million in cap. Expiring contracts. Pretty much no one. So Patrick Marleau, easy work. He wants 2 years. No, I'll give him the 0.975 for 1 year. He'll probably retire after that. Come on, Patty Marleau. Come on. So give him a 1-year offer. Zach Senyshyn's been good. He's a good simulation player. I'm happy to give him 2 years with a max 2-way deal. Jean-Christophe Baudin, he's been okay in Belleville. I'll give you 1 year. Nick Malak, he was also good in Belleville. I'll give you a max 2-way deal. Derek Pouliot, I'm going to let you go. And actually, no, I have no one to really replace these guys. I have no prospects coming in. Pekka's always been good. Give him another 1-year deal. And then Yui, low top 9. Maddox Yui, 4th round pick playmaker. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's give it to him. No unsigned players. Bannister, Ken Bannister, two-way forward. I'm going to keep him unsigned. And then going to the goalies that we have in our system. So it pretty much is just going to be Lankinen and Reimer we have to deal with here. And Sanford, of course. Gustafson's going to be back to our starter this season. I'd like him to be sharing the net with Lankinen. And I'd like Reimer to be our third goalie. However, a lot will depend on the growth of Mads Søgaard. So we will wait and see. I will offer them contracts, though, because they've been great. Lankinen was lights out crazy good. So I wouldn't mind giving him just a one-year deal, though, unfortunately. 85% of that is 2.14. 2.150 for 1 year for Kevin Lankinen. And then James Reimer, how much does he want? 1.6 for 1 year. Yeah, we can do that. 85% of 1.6 is 1.36. So that's going to be like 1.375 for 1 year. We'll see what James Reimer wants. And then Logan. So Sanford is going to be pushing for the NHL in the NHL AHL as well. So Decord may just be the third goalie in the AHL. Either way, we need a second and a third goalie in the AHL. If Sanford wants to be the backup, then great. Decord will be the third goalie. Either way, he'll be done next season. His contract's up next season. Corey, welcome. Sanford, bang. He was a high pick, eh? Yeah, third round pick. He has high starter potential. I want good things from Sanford. The future is bright for goaltending, whether it's Gus or not. Søgaard, Sanford, looking good. Great. That's pretty much it. If everybody signs on, we're going to continue. I'm not entirely thrilled with the role you've offered, but I accept. It's the same one you already had. Thank you, Wyatt Sopel. Okay, Reimer, haven't offered him enough. Lankinen's on... sorry, not on board either, but Yui's on board. So is Pekka, Malak, Marlowe. Didn't like the minutes he played. I don't think he's going to play much anywhere else. And everyone else is on. Come on, Patty Marlowe. Let's go. Patrick Marlowe. I'll give you 1 year. You want... No, fine. I'll give you 1 year, one way, 1 million. There you go, Patty. We said... Let's try 2.250. For Lankinen. And Reimer, we can do 1.5. Let's be more generous. They had such good seasons. Let's be more generous. Alright, Scout signs back on. Yeah, exactly. You have not offered me the money. Your offer is not enough. There are too many players. Now it's too many players in my position. You think you're going to get a contract anywhere else, 45-year-old Patrick Marlowe? 1 year, 2.5 for Lankinen. 1 year, 1.750 for James Reimer. How about that? I'm feeding your families here. Come on, food on the table. Guaranteed job. Let's go. 1 year, one way, 1.250 million. Let's go, Patty Marlowe. I'm going to drag you to the Stanley Cup if I have to. It was an easy decision, says James Reimer. It was an easy decision, says Kevin Lankinen. It was an easy decision, says Patrick Marlowe. Yeah, you guys, all you money-hungry pigs, that's all you care about, huh? The bottom dollar. The bottom line's all you care about. Couple extra dollars in your pockets, and they say, oh, easy decision. Easy decision. Yeah. That's it. That is all we need. Let's get to free agency now. What is up over there? As always, we'll take a moment to see what's up with the not the pro scout, but the amateur scouts. Are there any new amateur scouts? Sorry, so a signed scout. A position we'd be looking to fill would be possibly a better extra Liga scout, QMJHL scout, etc. So any better Q scouts? No. Yikes. Any better, extra Liga? So Europe? C? Nope. Nordic B minus. Could they go to extra Liga? C rated? No. So terrible year for scouts here. No new ones on the market really. Thank you. Reimer, big love, big respect, big love to everyone. Big happy family. Great. So no new scouts coming on board. No one loses their job. Every July 1st, the scouts under GM data have to bite their nails and wait for the phone call to say they've been fired, but no one's getting fired this year. Let's look at the team depth. What do we need to address in free agency? Forwards, 1, 2, 3, and by the way, we can extend guys like Brady Tkachuk now, so we need to think about that. He would be wanting like 10 million, goodbye. And Travis Konechny wants 8 million, goodbye. We'll see you in September. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Crazy, 23. That's 12 with Formenton. Now, if we add, in the system, if we add Heponiemi and Marlowe to the mix, that's 13 and 14 right there. Even Vitaly Abramov wanted to make the NHL. So this might be the year where we say, Alex Formenton, I love you, but you're dying down there on the fourth line. You need to go somewhere you can thrive, because Stranges wants to make the NHL now for sure. That's what we need to think about. But that's more of a September question. So if I had mod powers, what's Slim's leash? Very, very, very small. Very short. Defense is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with Bernd Lautner. Jeremy Roy is 7th. I still think that Jake Sanderson has to go. So we'll see what kind of offers we can get for him. Right now, just quickly, I'm curious. Or we might just wait for September again. Do you really need to ask that question, Slim? Defense. Sanderson. What are the offers for Sanderson? 22. So a second and a third. Dvorak and a third. Brad Marchand, a third and a fourth. Yeah, I think he does have the same as Ovechkin. You're exactly right, Hobbsy. Second and a third, Lawton, second and a third. Pretty much second and a third from all these teams. Yeah, second and a third. Jason Zucker, third and a fourth. Second and third, Sammy Blais, fourth and 2/4. Braden Shen, a sixth and a seventh. Torrey Krug and a seventh. A prospect and a second and a third, second and a third, second and a third. So we could probably maybe use... No, yeah, second and third is probably... I don't think we get much more than that. So let's see free agency. There's not really anything we need, but I'm always curious. I'm always open. Austin Matthews on the free agency, in the free agency pond. Sheesh. Austin Matthews, who is UFA, of course. Only Merkley's an RFA. He wants 7 years at $13.5 million. He just scored 53 goals and 33 assists. That would be crazy if he left Toronto. And not only left Toronto, but left Toronto and went to the Ottawa Senators. I don't think that would make much realism to sign Austin Matthews. But here's the crazy thing I'm thinking about. If he were to be the first line center as a sniper, and then we use a left wing playmaker or a right wing playmaker with a power forward and Brady Tkachuk, no, I don't think it works really. Because Stützle is the playmaker that makes the chemistry work. Yeah, you're right, Hobbsy. That's the thing. Where does he fit? He would bump Stützle to second line center, and then we'd have to trade Logan Couture. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Sebastian Aho, Matthew Tkachuk, Brock Besser, Blake Wheeler. A lot of good names, as always. Whoa, look at Kaprizov on the block. Same story for Aho, though. Where does he go if he bumps two-way forward and he doesn't fit the line chemistry? No, that's it. Doesn't work. Does not work. Yeah, JVR, forward line 1 maybe, sniper. No, I'm not going to sign a 35-year-old to be a replacement for like 37-year-old Ovechkin. That wouldn't make sense. So yeah, I don't think anyone's going to get signed. We'll sort by potential, sign some prospects perhaps, but I don't think anyone's really going to get signed. Low elite here, Marchment. Looking at UFAs. Marchment, low elite, power forward, Damian Marchment, undrafted. What the heck? Low elite, get in there. We'll see what happens. Anybody else with any potential who's relatively young? 19, low down, terrible overalls here. 23. Fanaseyev, hey, from the he's also on the Iowa Wild. Well, where does Kaprizov go? Where does Kaprizov go? That's the issue, as always. If he goes there, that means DeBrusk, who's an 87 overall. Now, he'd play third line. Kaprizov would. He'd be playing third line. He wants 6 years, $7 million. I'd have to make a trade. I'd have to trade someone to sign Kaprizov. I think the team is fine. Yeah, we just got connecting. Yeah, we need to not start blowing up the team after a 61-win season. Connecting's going to help us in the bottom 6. That's it. That's all. So it's a pretty quick offseason, to be honest. We'll get into September and preseason stuff, but the offseason itself, not too much that had to happen in there. Marchman accepts the offer. Thank you. So yeah, one of the quicker off-seasons in terms of personnel moves, it was that one move for Konechny, and we're likely going to move Jake Sanford before we get through the preseason. I just want to wait and see what the offers are in September. But aside from that, the team is pretty much the same. Hopefully there's good growth and not too much drop-off from guys like Ovechkin. We'll figure out the roster, and we'll go from there. Nice and simple. Nice and tidy. Good little tidy offseason. Doesn't need to be an hour and a half every single time. The draft was a weak class. The free agency were people that too elite. We didn't need them. Too much money. We didn't have it. And sometimes it's just the way the news goes. That's just the way the news goes. So let's see how these lines look. Let's get the roster moves over and done with. Stützle's up to an 89. Love it. Forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we'll take 13 in Heponiemi. And 14, there he is, Patrick Marleau at a 76 overall. Good. Then on defense, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay. Because, hold on, where's Bernd Lautner? What's his overall? He is, oh, he's an 81. Ah, sorry, Jake Sanderson. I was about to say maybe he might stay. Bye, Jake Sanderson. Okay, and goalies, Gustafsson has grown to an 85. And then Reimer's at an 80. Ooh, Sogard's at an 80 as well. Oh, because Sogard, he wants to be NHL backup. But we had such good numbers from Lankinen. Now it's a logjam at goalie. That's going to be a big question for all of you next season. Patrick Marleau, his potential now is AHL top 6. Eat it up. That's nice. Love me some Patty Marleau, 45 years of age. So, best lines. Let's see, Ovechkin. And then we get Tkachuk. So, Konechny's line fit. Yeah, it's best on the second, but still very good on the third. So, +5, +5. Cirelli goes center. Can we get +3? Brown? No. Gambrel. Strangers has 82 face-offs. Okay, yeah, he's going to be... So, Antonio Strangers is the new fourth-line center now. He has a perfect first-line fit. But that means that playing with Gambrel and Formenton makes it a -1. Yeah, it's crazy. That makes it a -1, which is not good. Ovechkin has dropped to an 83. Still has the +5. And now Logan Couture has stayed at an 88. That's great. Stützle up to an 89, like we said. Chabot stayed at a 92. Hamilton's at a 90. And we'll do the classic lineup like we have here. Lautner and Hewitt, they're going to be wanting more ice time this season, I think, because they're our future first pair. They're both okay. They both have the exact same line fit, which is good. Lautner on the left and Hewitt on the right. I'll give them some power play time and stuff like that, which I'll get to later on. Scratches Heponiemi, Marleau, and Jérémy Roy. Heponiemi might need to play in the minors. No, he's our 13th forward. Marleau's 14th forward, and Jérémy Roy is our 7th D-man. Yeah, that's how it has to be. So James Reimer doesn't really get anything. Best lines down here. Because I want Marleau to be in the NHL. If Heponiemi, who comes out on the fourth line is the question. Because Gambrel's been amazing. Gambrel's been a really good piece in this team. He is consistent, not a points guy, but consistently a plus player. It's more in the playoffs that I really jumped on the Gambrel train here. 4 points in 7 games that got me excited. He's always been a good third, fourth liner for us. 20, 30 points, playing just 10 minutes a night, simple stuff. Stranges, he has medium top 6 potential. Listed as a third line checking forward. I need him to be in the lineup. I can't afford him not being in the lineup. Formenton has a perfect line fit for the first line, very similar to Stranges. So Formenton would keep a +5 up here. Didn't really have much room for connecting, but we didn't have much room for Denisenko either. Because if we put Logan Brown, if we put Gambrel, if we put Gambrel on the third line, and then put Heponiemi on the fourth line, that would solve a lot of our issues. But now Travis Konechny is here. That's why I wasn't super big on getting him. I just don't like the -1 on the fourth line. Maybe Formenton does have to go. So if I move out Formenton and bring in Heponiemi, it's a 0, which is much better. Heponiemi on the fourth line, maybe, instead of Formenton. Does Formenton get traded then? Or does he stay as 13th forward? Because that's pretty much saying, like, we're not going to ever use him. He's not going to be worth much trade value. He's just going to be a depth guy forever. Konechny on the first line. Let's see it. Konechny, instead of Ovi, keeps a +3. But then Ovechkin gets a 0 on the third line. Ovechkin's been killing it, but I do like the possibility of Konechny having such good line fit right here. Because then if we trade Formenton, who's our 13th forward? I guess it would be Vitaly Abramov, who also, he has this exact same fit as Formenton. Let me see how the trade value looks. Formenton, any trade value? Not much. Not much. So I guess keeping it, it's kind of like he's not going to grow anyways, but he has, yeah, 6 more years. We signed him to a long-term deal. I'm gonna get a 4th-round pick for him. There's no reason to trade Formenton. He'll stay as 13th forward. He fits chemistry well. He could be a first-line slot in if need be. The question is really what's up with Jake Sanderson, because I'd like to trade him sooner rather than later. Again, we're going to look at what's being offered to us. Yeah, we'll check the special teams. He's now an 82 overall. What do people... There's going to be a lot of trade offers. Okay, we got a prospect, second and a third, second and a third, second and a third, second and a third. Prospect, second and a third. It's pretty much 2 seconds from the Panthers. 2 seconds, 2 thirds. Prospects. Second and a fourth. Cole Sillinger. That's quite the offer from the Devils here. Cole Sillinger is medium top 6. 21, 77 overall. Center playmaker. And then Robert Nyquist, 2-way D. No problem, Corey. Thanks for stopping by. 1st-round pick, 2-way D. 20 years of age and 70 overall. And a 4th-round pick. That's not a bad deal here from the Devils. Keep that in mind. Going backwards, Luneau, second and a third. Alex Tuck, a 3rd and a 4th. William Karlsson, Craig Smith, and a 5th. And this prospect, Ekblad, Zadorov, Bourgault. More roster players that don't fit. So really, the 2 seconds would probably be what I'd be looking at for Jake Sanderson type of thing. Just trading him for 2 second-round picks. Because this year in the draft, we have a 1st, a 2nd, a 4th, a 6th, and a 7th. I wouldn't mind getting more picks here. Let's take another look at Alex Tuck. No problem. What's up with Alex Tuck? Over on Vegas. He's not on their block. Oh, they have a lot of players on their block, though. Ooh, baby. Look at this. Lindholm, Trocheck, Karlsson, Marchessault. Alex Tuck, low trade value. Signed for 2 more years at 4.6. Not sure about his line fit. Maybe the second line. And last season, 40 points. Not great simulation numbers here. William Karlsson, what does he look like? 48 points from him. Meh. Signed for 5.7. And Marcia, so that's a big contract of 8.5. Yeah, not ideal there. It's a tough one. So this is going to be a little jump in the YouTube video because I got to just work on these lines before the preseason. So give me just a second to work on this. Special teams, though. Couture, Stützle, Tkachuk, Hamilton. Put him with Brandstrom. Konechny at the point. Oh, but he doesn't fit the power play. So I'll give Konechny 1st unit penalty kill, but he has 2 X's on the power play. That's not good. Bernd Lautner, could he give it? Ooh, +3 with Bernd Lautner. Yes. That's what we're doing. Nice. Penalty kill. Nice. Konechny up here, +3. Let me try Couture. Does that keep a +1? Yeah, I guess it does keep a +1. Okay, we'll do that. And Hewitt gets some ice time out there. Good. Everybody's happy. +1. That's okay. If we need to change up Brandstrom for Hamilton, we'll do that. But I want to give Brandstrom some ice time, aside from just that 1st unit. And actually, his 1st power play as well. Yeah, he should be very happy. Okay, that's all done. Scratches are Formenton, Marleau, and Roy. Goalies, I'll give Game 1 to Gustafsson, Game 2 to Lankinen, Game 3 to Reimer. Rotate them a bit. Decourt. Sanford's going to back up. Decourt will be 3rd goalie. I feel really bad for Reimer. For Sogard, though. 80 overall. He needs to be playing in the NHL. That hurts a little bit because that makes it upsets me when there's players who I know have potential, but I can't give them their ice time because players are just playing too well. Lankinen played so well that he has to be the backup. Preseason. Game 1 against Le Canadien Montréal at the Bell Center. 4-3 loss. If Gus does not perform in the preseason, it's not going to go well. I'm literally going to trade Gus and roll with Lankinen and Reimer. I will not be shaken. I will not let him do this to me. Wow, it was actually Lankinen nets. Okay. That's my bad, Gus. I take it back. Same thing goes for you, though, Lankinen. Toronto Maple Leafs, 6-3 win. Call me crazy, but what if Sanderson was packaged with a goalie to make room for the Great Dane? Oh, sorry, I thought you said, yeah, off the side of the screen. The Great Dane Matt Sogard. So we trade a goalie and Jake Sanderson. that could be a possibility after we go through this preseason and we see who's playing well or who is not. Back to Lankinen against the Buffalo Sabres here. Let's see what he can do this time. 5-3 win, a bit better. Come on, Lankinen. I need you to really prove yourself. I'm going to call up Reimer for the next game. I'm going to keep Lankinen for this one. After this one will be James Reimers. Lankinen again here against the Bruins, who eliminated us. Ryan Graves is healthy. Good. And we win 6-1. Okay, that's big right there. Now we'll give Reimer the crease against the Lightning. Hang on a second. Reimer between the pipes. So Reimer now is how old? Yeah, I was actually thinking that as well, Hobbs, because I saw there's 3 games left, including this one. I think we will do that. I'm going to give Reimer now at the age of 36, starting in this preseason game here against the Tampa Bay Lightning, who are 4-0-0. And we lose 4-3 in overtime. Not terrible. Not terrible. Welcome to all 22 people. 21 now. Welcome to everyone. Hope you're enjoying the franchise mode. If you want to see more, head over to the YouTube channel. All those links are here on the Twitch page. Very easy to find. Just click and go. Lots of franchise mode and more over on YouTube if you enjoy that kind of stuff. Sogard's going to come up. And I'm going to send, I guess, Lankinen down. No, I'm going to send Gus down, actually. Because I want to see Lankinen and Reimer. Goalies, Lankinen, Reimer. I'm going to have Reimer be backup. And Sogard will start here in this preseason game. Mad Sogard. He needs to really look good if he wants to make an NHL roster this season. If he wants to push his way into the backup. Let's go. Oh, sorry. Advanced day in the NHL I need to do. And it is a 5-4 win. Okay. 5-4 win against the Panthers. Sogard, how did you look out there? Let me see you. Let me see your save percentage. He had an 840 save percentage. 21 saves on 25 shots. Take Sogard back out. I'm going to give Lankinen the last game here. 896 save percentage. Reimer 818. 3 games. Reimer only got 1 game. If Reimer can really put on a show here, I think he gets the backup role to begin the season. If not, it's Lankinen's. Against the 4-1-1 Detroit Red Wings, we come away with a 4-1 win. Sheesh. This is making it really hard to decide. 11 points in 7 games with 8 goals for Tim Stützle, 10 assists for Brady Tkachuk, 8 points for Alex Ovechkin, 39 years of age. Shabbat, DeBrusk, 8. Hamilton point per game. Mantha, to everyone else looking good. Bernd Lautner had a goal. -3, though. Strangers, -2. Brown, 2 points. Konechny had 4 assists. Love to see that. Goaltending. So Lankinen went 2-1-0. Reimer 1-0-1. Sogard 1-0-0. No one super impressive, really. Best numbers, I suppose, go to Reimer. Do we want to roll with Reimer as the backup to start the season? I don't know, but I think either way, Sogard goes back down. We spoke a bit about it earlier, Doggy. Like Scheifele for it. Yeah, it was a bad moment for Scheifele. I didn't think it was gonna be 2 games. Obviously, I'm happy that he's it was against my team. I thought it was a dirty play. Maybe not a dirty hit, but a dirty and unnecessary play. And by dirty, I mean just hitting a guy when you didn't need to hit him type of thing. I don't mean dirty. I don't mean intent to injure, evil. I don't mean that. I just think that it was a very unnecessary play that didn't need to happen. Therefore, it's qualified as dirty, and therefore it's suspendable. I thought it was going to be closer to 2 games. It's 3 games. I thought it was going to be closer to 2, but it ends up being 4. That's big for the Canadians, who are already doing well against the Jets. And, that's just life. Gustafsson, Lankinen, Reimer, and yeah, I guess Marleau starts the AHL in the season, the AHL. Yeah, love Ehlers. Love Ehlers. Thank you, Wes. Let's go best lines. I'll fix these off screen. And Sanderson, we gotta figure out what's happening with Sanderson. Sogard backed up by Sanford. Because if you look at a lot of the angles, like, no intent to injure, but definitely intent to hit. And when you're coming that fast, you need to be responsible. Like, oh, well, of course he's going to be coming fast. He was back checking. Well, yes, but then you need to be responsible for yourself. If you know you're going that fast, you can't bulldoze someone and they're about to score. If you really want to stop the goal from happening, I would have thought, extend the stick a little bit more. He seemed to be committed to the hit even just before the goal went in. I know the goal went in and then the hit happened right away, but he seemed very committed to the hit happening even before the goal happened. The hit happening before the goal happened. So, like I said, no intent to injure, not a dirty player, but just an unnecessary and very unfortunate play that resulted in an injury, and therefore he deserves a suspension, and he was suspended. The end, in my mind. Hey, you know me, doggy. I appreciate that. Yeah, now the crazy thing is that he gets 4 while Wilson gets nothing. So that's where it says, okay, this is just absolutely inconsistent. And like, okay, Kadri got 8. Okay, he's a repeat offender, hit to the head, 8 games, heavy, but I can understand it. Scheifele, you could give a big explanation. Okay, I thought it would be 2, but you got 4. Okay, I get it. Wilson, repeat offender, crazy thing, 0 games. Okay, that I do not understand. That's the problem. So that is the preseason. So that's pretty much it. So questions moving into next episode are this. For everyone over on YouTube, Discord server, everything. Question number 1. Are we offering extensions to these players? Brady Tkachuk is going to be wanting, oh my goodness, crazy money. So I'm going to wait on Brady Tkachuk. And he's in RFA. That mute's coming. Hit was him throwing a temper tantrum, yeah, after he received a penalty for rough. Yeah. That plays into it as well. All goes into the psychology behind the play. Konechny wants $9.2 million. That is not happening for an 86 overall. I don't care if he's on the first line. We're not paying him $9.5 million until he starts proving something. So I guess we'll wait on Travis Konechny as well. Logan Brown does not want to re-sign, but if... Whoa, $6 million? Who do you think you are? I am. $6 million for Logan Brown? Take a hike. So think about that. We're going to trade Logan Brown, get a different power forward for the third line maybe? Alex Ovechkin wants $6 million. Yeah, no problem with Ovi. Hewitt will get him signed. He's an RFA. $3 million for 2. I wouldn't mind giving him even 3 years. Give him as an RFA. Something like that. Just let me hear your thoughts. And then for the goalies, no one's expiring there in the system. Just Decord, so we'll see what happens with Decord. UFAs, any unsigned players growing really well? Sorry, UFAs. Unsigned players. No, Bannister is still 72. No problem. Let those players keep on growing. So that's question 1. What's up with the contracts? Question number 2. What's up with the trades? Do we trade Sanderson and or Formenton and or Logan Brown now that we're seeing this contract situation and or one of those goalies? It's a lot of trade value. So, to make an as educated decision as possible, let's quickly go through the trade blocks, sorting by overall. Morgan Rielly, Ryan Ellis, Tony DeAngelo, Brian Little, Xavier Ouellet, Ekman Larson, Dvorak, Barbashev. So, let me know your thoughts on people. If you need to know more, shoot me a message, leave a comment, I'll look into it. Christian Dvorak maybe fits the first line. Who should we be scouting, perhaps? McNabb, Susie... in the season. John Klingberg's out here. Hinostroza. No. Prospects. Donskoy, Andrew Shaw, DeMello. Darnell Nurse, 3 years left. Don't know anything about the chemistry. 2-way D. Don't think we need defense. All these defensemen are on. Every defenseman on the Oilers is on the block, but we don't need defense. It's the last thing we need. Florida, no. LA, nope. Minnesota, Dustin Byfuglien. Canadians, no one. Not a lot of players on the block anywhere. Some prospects in Nashville. Prospects in New Jersey, like we said earlier. Sillinger is a possibility. So is Nyquist. Or you could probably get a different one like Zadorov here, who's a right-wing power forward. Ooh, I like that. We could probably get Sillinger and Zadorov for Jake Sanderson. Trades him to an Eastern Conference team, but very interesting. Islanders, Jason Zucker, they were willing to trade him. 2-way forward, fits in the first line, probably similar fit to Travis Konechny. Rangers have Dadonov. Oh, good old Evgeny Dadonov's on the block. We know actually that was with the old coach, so we don't know if he fits the first line, but it's probably likely. Sanford, Andreas Janssen, Adam Henrique, Bugstad, Kopp, a lot of good names. Yeah, only forget Nikita Zadorov as well. Yeah, exactly. So there's a few options. Zach Sanford's a classic power forward fit. We don't know his chemistry, though. Philadelphia, Obik Kubel, who's a sniper. Fits the second line, perhaps. Kevin Hayes, power forward, second penalty kill, even. Penguins, Nemeth. Sharks, Erik Karlsson on the block. I wouldn't be opposed to getting Karlsson later in his career, but 3 years left, 11.5. I don't think we can afford him. Arturi Lehkonen. St. Louis Blues, Torrey Krug. Sammy Blais, like we saw earlier, on the block. Playmaker, we could scout him for chemistry. Not sure where he'd really fit, though. That's the thing. That's the problem. Where does Sammy Blais fit as a current roster player? I'd be more inclined to get picks or prospects. That's why the deal from the Devils is so enticing. You know? Shen, Falk, Gustafsson even. Eric Gustafsson, here he is. 85 overall. So Shen as well was on the block. Two-way forward. He's getting paid 6.5 though. Yeah, Cousins. Okay, yeah, so I'm thinking more prospects is the way to go. This guy Ekblad was offered to us. Darius Ekblad, defensive defenseman, first-round pick. 89, 86 in the shot blocking and stick checking category. Not bad at all. But, I don't know. He fits... Oh, actually, he fits top 4 deep pairing. I like this. So I think the most enticing deals are the ones from the Devils and the Lightning. It would be either Zadorov and Sillinger from the Devils or Ekblad and a second-round pick or something like that from Tampa Bay. That's what we have to consider. Toronto, nothing much. Slim, say DFD one more time. And it's going to be a little 2 minutes in the box. Tuck, Karlsson, Trocheck, Marshall, and Lindholm. Like we said, a lot of good roster players, but not necessarily players people we'd use right now. Yeah, that still counts. Craig Smith, two-way forward. Washington Capitals, TJ Oshie's here. Two-way forward as well. Fits all the penalty kill lines. And then more prospects. Okay, so just to say that there are some interesting possibilities, most especially, in my opinion, being the Devils and the Lightning. That is question number 2, like we said. Number 1 was the contracts. Number 2 was the trades. Number 3 now. What am I forgetting? Is it the lines? I guess it's not a huge question, but if you have any suggestions on the lines, yeah, I'd like to hear suggestions on the lines. And I guess, and your suggestions on the trades will play into your suggestions on the lines, so keep that in mind. And also anything for the power play, penalty kill. Should also look at the power play, penalty kill numbers in the preseason. Were they flowing well, or were they something we should look at changing? I know it's a very small sample size, so the numbers will be difficult to try and extrapolate on, but second best team in the NHL here, scoring a lot, just letting in a little bit more than the average team. Power play 29.4 was third best in the preseason, and penalty kill of 95.8 was second best. So I think I'm happy with the special teams. Just those questions that need to be answered, my friends, and I very much appreciate all of your thoughts. I just want to look back. How many is it in a row now for Hamilton? 3 James Norris in a row for Dougie Hamilton. Looking forward to see if he can get a 4th, and just love looking at Logan Couture with that heart more. Oh, yes, thank you. That goes into the lineup questions. Thank you, Narf. The goalie questions, and that also plays into the trade question, because then we trade one of them. Yes, thank you very much for reminding me, Narf. The goalies, the goalies, the goalies. Do we go Gustafsson, Lankinen, Gustafsson, Reimer, Lankinen, Reimer, Lankinen, Sogard, Gustafsson, Sogard? There's a bunch of different permutations that I need to hear your suggestions on. I'm going to call up Gustafsson. I'm going to fix the lines in the AHL. I'm going to send out the scouts. Dougie Norris, my man. And I'll do the rest of that stuff off screen. So I think that's it for this one, at least for YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Thank you so much for watching on the channel. Like I've been saying the last few weeks, working full-time for the last few weeks and for the next couple of weeks. Not easy to keep up the streams and the uploads and the editing and all that stuff. So I do appreciate your patience. I don't want to rush anything like the NHL 07 Dynasty Mode series where I upload one episode then leave you in the dark for a week and a half. So I'd rather just wait until I can put out a product that I'd be proud of. That's why it's taking a little bit longer. So thank you for your patience on that. I hope you're enjoying all the other series going on the channel. And make sure you join us here on Twitch if you're watching on YouTube. We do a lot of this stuff as well as F1 streams throughout the week. And being on the Discord server is the best place to be made aware of when we are streaming if you're not following. So links all for that in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments and in the server. And I will see you in the next one.